Hola, preciosa. ¿Cómo está? That crowd in San Juan was muy caliente last night. WWE Backlash 2023 is in the books, and oh my god, it was a pretty good show in the new Triple H era, I have to say, from start to finish. This has been the first pay-per-view I've watched in quite some time that I've thoroughly enjoyed from start to finish, from match placement to from the beginning to the show. Things was really good. Now I know people have some different opinions about that Bad Bunny match, and we'll get to that. Well, that Bad Bunny match, but we'll get to that in a bit. But let's start off. I got the handy notes. Now tonight's show was going to be a group effort, but I hijacked the show and took it off for myself because I feel that you, the fans, want to see more of me anyway. Fuck them other guys. So I'm going to try to get this done in 5 minutes or less. I doubt that, but I'm going to shoot for somewhere between 5 to 8 minutes, hopefully. All right, starting off with the first match of the night, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. And this is one of my favorite matches of the night. The whole story, it was clear to say that that San Juan crowd was firmly behind Io. Look, I know a lot of people are tired of Bianca's run. Like, she's on this historic run. I think she is officially passed as the longest reigning Raw's Women's Champion. Congratulations to her. She deserves it. She has been killing it since she came on the show. But the match was good. A couple notes say in my notes we got the fact that Io the overall story of the match was Io working over Bianca's arm, taking away her strength, which led to one spot where she went for like the military press slam, and since one arm was hurt, she did it with one, and it kind of led with her dropping Io on her face. Bad spot, kind of botched, but these things happen when you do stuff like that. My only problem with the match was at the end when Damage Control came down. Like, there was a miscommunication that really kind of took away from the ending. But hopefully this sets up the eventual breakup of Damage Control, which kind of sucks because I really wanted this group to have a greater impact, and WWE just used them terribly. So, we'll see where it goes with them. But other than that, Bianca won with the KOD at the end, and I'm just wondering now who's going to be her next challenger, who is going to dethrone her. Do you guys think she's going to turn heel? I'm against it. I want Bianca to remain a face as long as she can, because I really think keeping her as a face really does wonders. Like, switching her to heels only going to bring down the momentum that she's created with this character, and then she should remain a face for a while. There's no reason to turn her heel. Like, if they can't create a heel to go against her, that's their fault. But moving along, we're going to move on to match 2. The match no one really wanted, Omos versus Seth. Now, Seth, being the amazing worker that he is, made Omos look really good in this match. Like, you really have to see, unlike when they've been pairing Omos with these monsters opponents like Braun, Bobby, and them, he finally is facing an opponent that is smaller than him, so you can play those little, he's big, Seth shorter, we can really play those up, and Seth did a great job bouncing around, bouncing off of him, and just making Omos look really good that match. Seth ends up winning with a top rope super stomp, I guess that they're calling, because like he tried to pedigree, what's his name's arms was too big. He tried the stomp, he couldn't get it the first time. So the match was way better than I originally anticipated it to be. So I ended up giving that one 2.5 stars. 2 of them was mostly for just Seth and the great work that he was doing. Match number 3, the U.S. Championship match. Now, we all knew how this was going to go. We all knew Bronson Reed was literally in that match just to take the pin and to keep the whole thing between Theory and Bobby Lashley going. I mean, I'm seriously at the end of this. Like, do something with Theory, push him, but get him away from Bobby. It's just wasting Bobby Lashley's time. Bobby should be one of the major competitors, setting up for this world title tournament. All right, going on to the fourth match. Oh, that match I gave 3 stars to. I did like the ending spot. How they set up that pin. Good stuff. Like, I'm really starting to notice that in this Triple H era, matches finishes actually, how the match is finishing is actually mattering, and I'm seeing those small details coming back, and I'm actually enjoying it. Fourth match of the night, the SmackDown Women's Champion with Mami Rhea versus Selena Vega. And I have to say, I'm so happy for Selena to have this moment. Like, the look on her face when she came out there, to the reaction of the crowd, said it all. I really wish they had more time to build Selena for this and to create a much bigger moment for her and others. It was a monumental moment in itself, but I wanted more for Zelina because I felt like she deserved it. Like, we all knew that she wasn't going to win the match, and I hate to say that. I really wish I could have won this match not knowing, because I think it would have made it so much more better. But I love Zelina's outfit, the Puerto Rican flag, the work that she put into that, the chocolate spot. I laughed my ass off because I was like, that was great. Only wish that spot could have came a little bit deeper into the match, just to give it a little bit more weight and have some fun with it. But it was a quick match because they had to keep moving. But yeah, Rhea wins with the Riptide, and damn, she can hit me with that Riptide and pin me just like that any night of the week. My little golf dummy, mommy. All right, moving on to the fifth match of the night, Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny. Now, I know a lot of people were saying, well, these are 2 Puerto Rican stars in Puerto Rico, and they should have the main event. No. Damian Priest and Bad Bunny's match were perfectly placed. Because the Zelina loss, they knew that was going to take a lot of air out of the room because she was the hometown hero. So of course you put on Damian Priest and Bad Bunny next, and you give the crowd that big win that spoiler alert. But yeah, Damian Priest ends up not Damian Priest, but Bad Bunny ends up winning the match with a little help from his friends in the LWO, which they called out every Puerto Rican star that they could find for this, which I have no problems and issues with, because you're there. Why not use them? Why not get that great hometown pop and make this as big as possible? Like the fact that Finn and Dom came out, and then the LWO Ray came out, because like it didn't make sense that Ray didn't come out. Also, another thing that bugged me was like, why didn't Bad Bunny come out with an LWO t-shirt? That didn't make sense to me. He could have wore it under there and then took it off, but it was a little bit of branding that seemed to be off of me. But that's just my own little personal gripe. But yeah, the broken arrow spot through the table Bad Bunny took? Vicious. The fact that he won, what is it called? The bunny, I think they call it the Bunny Destroyer. God, classic. Like, everybody's doing the damn destroyer now. Like, that's becoming like the super kick. But yeah, I gave that match 4.5 stars. Like, really good match, really fun. I enjoyed it. All right. The sixth match of the night, the Bloodline versus Sammy, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle. Surprised that they made this the what they call the cool down match, but I don't know about y'all, but like I said in my rant, I'm ready for the Bloodline to move on. Like, I'm tired of the Bloodline's major issues being with themselves. Like, at this point in time, like, the Bloodline should be a problem everybody in the WWE should have to deal with. Like, I'm like I'm have to believe that the fact that you have Imperium, you have these other groups that are forming in the WWE is going to lead with them eventually clashing with this group, which you should be dealing with. Like the bloodline should be growing. Like I really do feel that they need a female, need a female member, and possibly I actually at least two other members possibly. Since on both sides of the brands would be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, but with that match, we all know in that match, same as how Bronson Reed was in that match to take the pin for the U.S. Championship. In this one, Matt Riddle was there to take the pin. So Sammy and Kevin still look strong, and they can still have their rematch with the Usos at some time. I really think they missed the ball a while. Like when they had that last rematch, I think the Usos should have took one of the belts off of Kevin and Sammy so you can create the whole brand split again. But we'll see where we go for that. And that match, I end up giving that match 3.5 stars out of 5. Nice pace. I mean, the story was Solo and him turning. To me, it's just like I said. It's annoying at this point. Like it makes no sense why Solo would turn on his own brothers. Like it. I'm sorry. It does not make sense to me why they keep playing this game. It's like WWE's only doing this because it tickles you, the fans that like it. It tickles your balls and gets you all excited to see a family break up because you're dealing with your own trauma, and since your family ain't together, why should the fucking bloodline be together? Sorry, I'm channeling a little bit of someone else here. All right, and finally, on to the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. And I have to say, I knew this match was gonna be hot, and I liked the way how Cody started the match. Started attacking Brock on the outside before the bell rang, gave him some chair shots. Trying to lump him up a little bit before the match starts. Then when the bell rings, Brock takes over and just beats the shit out of Cody. Cody comes back and gets some great offense. Cody hits Brock with 2 crossroads, and Brock still kicks out, tries to go for it, gets hit with the F5. I was surprised Cody kicked out of that. Finally, Brock locks in the Kimura. I'm like, oh shit. I thought, oh, maybe, Cody's going to win, but Cody does the hip hop, gets the pin, and gets the victory. Now, where Cody goes from here, I don't know. Now with the heavyweight tournament coming up, maybe he will be in the final 2 for Raw. I'm predicting maybe him and Seth going on, but we will see. I think WWE might play around so it ends up with Seth and Cody going at each other at Night of Champions. But we'll see where it goes. My final thoughts for the show as a whole, I'm giving it 4.25 stars. Great show, start to finish. The crowd was hot the whole entire night. There was a lot of energy, some good buzz. A lot of the matches are good, a couple of botches here and there, but hey, a great show overall. Well, it's time for me to go, my Mia Moores. You guys take care. God bless. I will see you soon, Space Cowboys. Aye!